Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Sunny day.
Look out the window.
We're
Oh.
hot. Honest
It
to
is
God,
very
the
warm
minute we
here.
started, Isabel
Isabel
barked.
barking. Yeah.
Ignore.
So, welcome to episode 7 of the LegacyKnitz podcast. I am Chelsea,
Sue,
daughter.
mother. We did that backwards.
We did.
It didn't feel right.
It didn't. We'll do it again later.
We'll do it
but
again later.
Figured that way you guys will know our names if you're new. So yeah, this is episode 7. We're coming to you. It's Sunday morning, as promised, after our Monday night catastrophe last week. So, yeah, we're coming to you from Connecticut. It's beautiful here. It almost feels like spring, I think.
It feels like spring, although I haven't walked outside yet, but we're going to.
I did to grab my seltzer. It's kind of beautiful.
It's beautiful, and I'm so distracted by looking out
I know.
because we don't usually sit in a room full of windows, and it's just beautiful. We have Dave behind us burning all the cardboard in our lives, which is a lot.
It's a lot.
So you're going to see smoke, and he's in front of us moving cardboard, so it's very distracting.
We're surrounded by activity today.
We're surrounded by activity as usual.
Mm-hmm. In our new filming.
Yes, this is my office.
Mom's
If you
office.
could really see it, you would go, ooh. But it's looking pretty good back there.
It's not bad. This took a lot of time to get it to working. We wanted to make sure you guys could see the candle and the beautiful bags. And we really wanted to up our podcast today. But there they are. They didn't go anywhere. I bet you guys thought it was going to be a quiet episode.
Okay, we're going to
It's
open
not.
the door. We're going to open
Hold
the
on.
door. It's
Here we are.
impossible when you have dogs.
We thought maybe Roma would come and sit in my lap, and you guys might get to meet him after you've heard him all of last episode, but clearly he had other plans. So now he's scratching at the door like a jailbird. So who knows? Maybe you'll see him later, but probably not.
Right now.
We're gonna let him
Where's
walk.
our producer? Again.
Our producer's MIA
At the gym.
at the gym. He wanted me to go. I said
No, we have jobs.
no.
Okay, let's talk.
So yeah, let's start with some admin.
Look at this. It looks like my cup is. Why does it look like that? It looks like it's
I
on a
don't
slant.
know. Because it is on a slant. Because it was.
I was like, what would make it look like that? It was not correctly in.
This is in a very precarious area. Oh, guys, you knew it was coming. You knew it was
Water.
coming. Tea. I can't sit. Mine is way too hot.
Sorry, I'll sit for you. We have an emergency
Oh, it's
snack.
actually- We decided that might be one of our things.
Popcorn.
Emergency snacks.
Another Polish pottery bowl.
Mhm.
Somebody requested
They did.
More
So it's actually a
Polish
good thing
pottery.
that we have a snack.
emergency snack. I feel we always need an emergency snack.
I think everyone in life should have an emergency snack
do
because
too.
you just never know. Oh
You
God, is
never-
this going to happen again?
Yeah.
Please don't have it.
There we go.
Almost accidentally hit the pause button again.
It is so
We're learning
hard
from our mistakes.
to get started.
It is.
It's-
Starting and ending is very difficult.
Everyone
for us.
says it. Everyone
Yeah.
says it, and it's so hard because I find in Periscope it's not because it's instant interaction.
Yeah.
People
are
direct
there
you
fueling
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
We need a director.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a producer. No, we don't need
Yeah.
a producer. Anyway, so we're going to start with some thank yous. Well, first, an overarching thank you to everybody because this week has been a very active week after our disaster of an episode.
Yeah.
And it seems as though you guys really enjoyed it. By the grace of God.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think
it's a good thing.
because there's going to be much more where that
Yeah.
came from. Unfortunately, we're
Yeah.
not super organized in any way. But
We just have very chaotic is too strong of a word. We have very busy, fast-moving lives.
it's like organized chaos.
yes.
But thank you for all of the support, and we're glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, a lot of people have been interacting with us on Instagram and following us, and
So nice.
thank you. It is so supportive and appreciated, and we will do our best to respond back. I know sometimes it's hard for both of us because we do have a lot going on to answer everybody, but keep talking to us and keep leaving the comments, and we will do our best to respond to you.
Our best.
Mm-hmm.
We will try.
We will. So we had two other more specific thank yous to podcasters that gave us shout outs. Julie of the Diary of a Yarn Snob podcast, which she was so sweet. So sweet because when she first started the episode, she kind of was like, I haven't been filming a lot, and I was watching you guys kind of getting my game face on and
So
all
cute.
of that. And yeah, she had so many nice things to say, and we're huge fans. So thank you for that.
Yes, I think I've watched Julie since the beginning.
You have.
I
You
think
did.
I
You
have.
started at, like,
I
episode
think I
1.
have watched her from the beginning when she started, because I'm always looking for new podcasts, always. But now there's just too many. I can't
There's a
keep
lot.
up.
Well, and I feel like it's good because it gives you variety. It's I don't know, if you've watched all the ones that you normally watched and you have an extra hour here and there that you wanna pop in.
And on my power knitting days, I really do watch.
You fly
a
through
lot.
them, yeah.
I watch a lot because I also fast forward through some. And remember when we saw Mina at Vogue Knitting Live?
Yeah.
She watches so many that she watches them in like
Yeah.
double speed or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was saying
I would
that.
never think of that.
It's genius.
But Mina she's brilliant. So
She
of course
is
she
brilliant.
thought of that. But triple speed. And I'm thinking, wow. And she was saying someone talks really fast so that when she triple speeds her, it's like
extra, it's like 6 times the speed.
Yeah, so funny.
That works.
Emergency popcorn. So yes. So thank you, Julie. And she's doing the 3-color cashmere cowl knit along. And so in my Periscope group, I'm doing a hoagie along. So people can, and she was so nice to mention that, triple dip. Because the Milkshed
I have to
podcast,
start watching that
who
one.
is new to me and I really like, who'd been on break for a while, is doing it with her. So it's a triple dipping opportunity. Just saying.
Triple dip, guys.
Think
of all the prizes you might win.
Think of all the prizes. Then, oh my gosh, my favorite ladies.
They are. You've loved them.
I've loved them forever. I've just talked about them forever. My O-Loops girls, and they are called the O-Loops girls in my head. Julie, I'm looking at Julie's name. Lydia and Sarah. What they said warmed my heart.
It was so nice.
Both of them. But I pulled it up for Chelsea to watch, and Sarah is just the Sarah that I've always loved, and Lydia is so lovely, and what she said was so touching about her mother. So touching. I love them both. I don't need to tell anyone but them because you all know. I talked about them when I started periscoping almost every single scope. Really, truly. So I don't know why. You know how some people were just connected to through the weirdness of
certain energies. Just
connect. And I always wanted to really get to know them. So I feel like
we're starting.
I would love to meet them. Please go to Rhinebeck. Is that asking too much of them?
I mean, I think it's a pretty fun thing to ask.
It's appropriate. Just saying. All right, girls. I can't say any more. You're wonderful.
Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you ever notice we say thank you, thank you, thank you? You got that from me.
Yeah.
I always say it 3 times.
The triple.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's like introducing the thank you, then it's like, no, really, thank you. And then it's the nail in the coffin.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's a reason for everything.
There is.
So yeah, and we've jumped in subscribers hugely. We're up, I think we're over 400 now. So that is so cool, and we're so pumped about it. So if you're watching this for the first time, feel free to subscribe or don't. I mean, it's up to you, but it's just really cool. It's cool. We're enjoying every minute of it. So
I find I tend to subscribe all the time because I want to see when the new ones come up.
Yeah, me too.
And I've even hit like notify me.
Oh,
that's a big jump for me.
I feel like I do that for all of them.
I do too now.
And then I open up my phone one day and it's just like YouTube notifications and it's like Christmas morning.
I know, it is. It's kind of, again,
that's great.
Oddly weird, but what can we say?
Love it. So I think the very last thing that we want to do as far as admin stuff is a Ravelry group update. So I'm trying my best to answer everybody as timely as possible. I know I have a few that I need to respond to still. But if you want to join us, please feel free.
Should I let him in? I'm going to.
You guys might
listen
need
to
Romo right
Chelsea.
Now. I'll talk
right
about
back.
the Ravelry group stuff. She's going to grab Romo. So yeah, it's LegacyKnitz Nerds, I think is what it's called, KNERDZ. I think that's all of it. So if you want to join, head over there. It's not, I mean, I put the episode, the show notes and chatter threads or whatever are all there, as well as an introduction page. And Mom and I were talking, and we're thinking that we're going to open a Q&A thread for you for on days like if we don't have a ton of knitting to show, but we want to be consistent and do this weekly. So if there's a week that we don't have a ton to show you, ask us anything you want. Throw the questions up there. Throw the answers up there.
Throw the answers up there.
And we will pull them. Some weeks we'll answer them for you.
It's going to be kind of a hang loose thing. I notice other podcasters do that. It's very hang loose. Like if we can, we'll do some, and if we can't, we won't.
Yeah. So I think we're going to open that today. So if you have questions for us, or whatever, if you want to, you can. And the other thing we were thinking about doing. Do you want to kind of talk about this?
I was watching. I feel like I have such a runny nose. I was watching Jenny, the lovely Jenny of Lone Larch Designs, one of my favorite new podcasts. And she did a let me tell you a little bit about myself day. We're not talking hours and hours. Just a little snippet of her life, and I really appreciated it. I really liked it because it's really nice. I can't believe how much she's barking. She's barking nonstop. What were we thinking that she wouldn't?
What is she looking at?
Leaves falling. It's okay.
She's in the middle. Oh, do you think she wants to get up?
I don't know.
I'm sorry this is happening for a second week in a row.
Let me finish my thought, and then let's go help her up. She needs help once in a while. So anyways, she did a little snippet of her life. I like getting to know people outside of their knitting. There's something that makes it a little more intimate when you do a podcast or you watch a podcast. Mm-hmm. We are going to go help the barking dog. We'll be right back.
It's happening again.
It's exhausting.
Guys, we're not intentionally doing this, although it probably does seem that way. It feels like that way.
She's outside. She's outside with Dave.
Playing in the yard.
And if she barks out there, we can't do anything about it.
And we won't be able to hear her. So now we just have little Romy. How do people do this with children and animals? I don't know. I feel like, and I don't know. I think just incorporating them in, like how Sarah does of Love Sock Wool. You just incorporate them in because you know what? People like to see that. Yeah. But this is just a really loud.
That's the thing. She's loud. It gets annoying. All right. So we're going to talk very little about who we are.
Yes.
Chelsea, go.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Well, grew up in Vernon, Connecticut, and went to high school here. Ended up going to college in Rhode Island at Roger Williams University. I studied dance performance as my major. I'm a dancer.
Can you tell the way she moves? You got it.
So, and then I did fine art and business as my two minors or focuses or whatever. Currently working in an aerospace company in Connecticut, doing absolutely nothing that I enjoy doing, but it pays the bills. I dabbled with knitting for a while as a youngster, and
when you had mono, you knit a sock.
I did? Mm-hmm. See, you remember that more than I do.
I don't think you remember much of that time. You were very sick. Very sick. But I would just tell you what to do and you would do it, and then you'd come.
So that was, and I started knit, so that was kind of how I dabbled, and I remember I knit, God, why can't I think of the word? What is the thing that you wrap around your neck to keep you warm?
Scarf.
I knit scarves.
I was like, I'm not sure. I have to have some water.
I knit scarves while I was nannying one summer, and that was during college, and that, I loved it then. I think I caught a little bit of the bug then when I was just like, I need to be doing this all the time. But then went back to school because I had to finish out my last 2 years, and again, just kind of stopped knitting. And then when I came back after school, maybe? I don't know. Lesson of the story is I dabbled with knitting. I don't remember the timeline.
Because you really just dabbled.
I just dabbled. It was fun every time. And actually this brings me, Julie of the Diary of a Yarn Snob podcast was saying that she, I think, just celebrated her 1 year knit-iversary, which I did as well, Julie, in January. So yeah, we have that in common. I got really serious last January. and started knitting again with a sock, and then
I don't even know what happened and why it happened, but same thing with Melissa now.
yeah,
All of a sudden, she's like this like crazy knitter.
yeah.
But it's so funny to think what it is that changed, that made you. The thing that I always say that made you willing to take the time to do it.
Yeah, to make the time to really
Yes.
add that into your routine.
Yes.
So yeah, and married to my husband. His name is Justin. We just got married in October. For anybody that are new viewers, I know a lot of you guys that have been watching kind of already know that. And we have one dog. His name's Romo.
I thought you were going to say one daughter.
Oh
As
God,
you were
no!
saying that, I'm like, what does she have?
No, I have one. We have one dog. One dog. No children yet. Not yet. So, yeah, we have plans to move up north to Vermont in the near future. So that's kind of what we have on our plate, other than the knitting stuff and working. But it's nothing very exciting. But
It's exciting. You have a very strong art background, which is interesting because it's not. Most people don't know that about you. I don't think.
yeah, definitely.
Like you are definitely a creative. That's who you are.
Well, especially because of the job that I have now. It's so funny because everybody thinks that they know me there, and it's like,
no,
you have no idea who I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is kind of I definitely have a big separation between work life and creative life, which might benefit me. I'm not sure. I've never worked in a creative field. I would really like to, but I don't know. I don't want this to become a non-enjoyable thing for me, which I don't think it would be, but you never know.
It just shifts. It just shifts. That's all.
So that's a little bit about me. Your turn.
And me. I've lived longer, quite a bit longer. But no, I have a very strong art background. I went to art school. One of my favoriteest times in my life, I went to Pear School of Art in New Haven, Connecticut. I now follow them on Facebook, and it just brings back such amazing feelings. And I'm just waiting for the picture of my class to come up, because my class was probably 20 people. Very small school, amazing experience. I loved every second of it. It was very intense. It was hard work, which a lot of people thought like, oh yeah, you're going off and playing with colored pencils and paints. And I thought, you have no idea how difficult this is. So I have such empathy for people in art school because it is such a difficult place. And Andre Sunitz's daughter, Gabby, is, I think, working on a portfolio to go to art school, which
No way.
I just want to hear all about it. It's just so exciting.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yes, I was an children's book illustration major. No, I have not illustrated a children's book. It's still on my would love to do list, and hopefully someday will. I just feel like when the time is right, it will happen. I did, but it was when you guys were really little, and it was. You guys were so little, and the concentration and the time and all of that.
You should, maybe not.
Yeah, I'd have to find the author again, because who knows where she is. I don't have the ability to write a children's book, unfortunately. Or maybe I do. I hate to put out statements like that. But anyways, so yes, and then same thing, got married, 3 kids, blah, blah, blah. But then, how many years ago now? Ben is 25. 25 years ago. Oh my gosh. 25 years ago. 23. He's only 23.
No.
I think he's going to be 24.
Oh, he was born in 92.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Jake.
Just a little private conversation we're having here. I started a needlework company called the Nutmeg Needle, and I designed counted thread, which is a little different than counted cross stitch. It encompasses all the different types of stitching. It encompasses a lot of needlepoint stitches, not needlepoint, working needlepoint, just using their stitches, cut work, pulled work. So much fun. Loved every minute of it. Very difficult. Had 3 little ones.
Yeah.
Traveled and taught across the country with a show called The Spirit of Cross Stitch, which no longer exists. It is the Stitches East, Stitches West, Vogue Knitting Live. It's that venue. So I have been in the field of the creative field forever. It is not an option for me. It is what I do. It's not like I'll do it if I can. I have to in order to survive. It's funny how a lot of podcasters call themselves makers now.
I like that term a lot.
I like it a lot, but it doesn't. I think of myself as a creative, not a maker.
Yeah.
And they're kind of one and the same. I don't know why. The word creative always is a very strong word for me.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's Austin Kleon who wrote Steal Like an Artist, one of my favorite books. That book you gave me. Yes, one of my favoriteest books, refers to artists as creatives. And I really, really zeroed in on that. Mm-hmm. And then we had a new neighbor move in who called herself a creative. And I thought, a neighbor that's a creative.
That's kind of cool.
Of course, I very rarely see her, but we can change that.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel like we went too long. No. Anyways, that's a little something about both of us. We're quite alike.
I know you guys probably had no idea.
No idea.
Couldn't tell at all, but we are.
And a lot of people have commented on our relationship.
Yes.
A lot of people. Yes. And
it's kind of cool because
it's very cool. I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, same. Well, and I feel like I guess I should have just assumed. I didn't realize we were as, not transparent as, I guess that is the right word. And I like that because every time we get a comment, it's kind of that they can see our relationship and how they interpret it is exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And that I can't remember who it was, but somebody said, I feel like I'm sitting with you and like we're just a group of girls sitting around as I'm watching your podcast. So that is so cool and such a compliment because that's what we want to do.
Yes.
We just want to go sit with all you guys and knit with you all the time. So who knows? Hopefully someday we'll be able to do a meetup and
would love that. Rhinebeck 2016.
Yeah, guys, go and we'll set up something because
we will.
It's still
a
while a ways away.
Yeah. That was the thing about Lydia's comment about how our relationship reminds her of what her relationship had been like with her mom. Mm-hmm. And her mom's no longer here. And that just made me, I'm not a teary person. It made me really teary. It was like, oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, Lydia, come knit with us.
I was going to say
Sarah, too.
Sarah, of course, because I forgot who it is. I'm someone to Sarah that sounds like really cool. So, I'm honored by that. Yeah. Totally honored. I don't know who it was, but.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, that was a very long intro.
That was. We got to get to knitting.
I'm sorry if that was too long for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully not. And you know what? I feel like now that we've put it out there, I don't know. When I watch podcasts, I'm so curious.
About like the background.
About the person. Mm-hmm. It only needs to be said once.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, I start illustrating the book. I will talk about it a lot. Yeah. I need some tea.
You guys push her to do that. Push her to do that.
I need a writer.
I can volunteer myself, but I don't know that I can do it.
Writer.
I'm all right. Anyway, so let's get into the knitting, guys.
Let's get into the knitting.
Let's do it. Should we talk about what we're wearing? Because
oh yes, I forgot. You go first.
Well, so you're going to need to actually do it because I don't know. So Mom made this for me. I think this was a birthday gift one year.
Yeah.
And she took a picture of the back of it and kind of the length and everything, so you guys will be able to see it when I post it on Instagram. But how gorgeous is it?
You know, it's coming to me.
It's my oversized cardigan.
I can't tell you guys. I'm not kidding you. I probably made 10 of those. 10.
You did. You made a lot.
I own one. I made them for my couple of my nieces at Christmas. I made them for graduation gifts for a couple of your friends.
Guys, I'm going to stand up so you can see how much knitting.
The year of personal knitting is
How much knitting. Oh, I'm sorry, Romo.
It's so fun. Believe it or not.
Look at how long this is.
It becomes a very mindless. I feel like you should do a Jenny and stand on the chair. Don't.
Oh, wait, what?
Jenny stands on chairs.
Oh, should I do it? Jenny, should I do it?
No. Next time. Okay. I feel like you might be out of the picture.
You probably would only see my knees. So that gives you an idea of how much of an undertaking these sweaters are and how much work she did.
But loved every second. I'm looking at it because I haven't seen it in years. I have one, but mine is made out of alpaca, and I don't like it. It's grown to be like...
Is it because the alpaca is so heavy?
Heavy, stretchy, furry. I don't like it. And this yarn was so inexpensive. I think it was Encore Chunky, yeah.
It's so warm.
But it's Debbie Bliss, and I believe it just came to me. It's in the book. If I could be wrong, the Cashmere Collection.
Okay. Ooh,
did she make it out of cashmere? Yes. It's like a $500 sweater. Now, yours was about $50.
I love every dollar.
Yes. I ended up using the Encore Chunky because I made so many, and they were for young. It was a high school. I think that might have been high school.
It could have been.
Might have been. Yeah.
So that's what I'm wearing, and like I said, Mom made it, and I am the luckiest human because I have an entire closet full of hand knits that my mother made me. So I'm cold. Like this morning was the perfect. I got up. I was like, I'm gonna shower before we podcast, and I just wanted to get into something cozy and just be comfortable. And I was like, Chelsea, go look in your closet. You have about 45 sweat. Well, not 45, but.
Well, when you were in college, that was my thing. On your birthday, I remember.
Yeah, I got a birthday sweater.
Always going down, because it was only a couple hours away, going down with Grandma sometimes, and bringing her a sweater and going to lunch. Those were such fun birthdays.
They were.
I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll keep wearing them as we keep podcasting. It'll be hard as it gets.
I have to admit, though, they're probably getting pretty worn.
Well, I wear the crap out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry if that was an inappropriate thing to say.
It's okay. And I am wearing I always want to say lemonade.
Ooh, lemonade. Tasty.
Hoagie Locatelli, which I made this for my knit along. I'm already done. I should start something new. You can't really see the gorgeous cables.
We've shown it in previous episodes. So you guys, I think, have seen.
It's like a basket weave cable.
It's beautiful.
With Madeline Tosh chunky. I have to say, I only have like a little t-shirt on underneath it. It is such a warm sweater. I'm warm. Without a turtleneck underneath, which I'm a turtleneck underneath sweater girl. It's just a really cozy knit. There are a couple changes I would make, but I'm super happy with it. I wore it to Vogue Knitting Live. I got lots of stares.
Lots of compliments.
I'm hoping it was for the sweater.
It was.
I'm sure it was. I love the color. It's esoteric. I love it. Feeling like it's really dark. Maybe not.
I think it's just...
There we go.
Camera problems.
So that's what we're wearing.
That's what we're wearing. So that's how we'll start our knitting stuff. So now what do we want to do? Do you want to do some whips? I unfortunately have 0 works in progress right now because, I guess it's kind of a good thing. I got a lot of stuff off a lot of stuff.
I feel like you did, though.
I did and I didn't.
I feel like we're forgetting something big with you because I feel like you were a knitting machine this week. I think it's that object over there, though.
It is. So, but do you have works in progress that you can show?
No, that's a finished project. This I showed last week. I'm still going on the January block with this. I love this. And this kind of is a whip because it's part of it. Yes, February starts tomorrow.
It started.
And I'm done with my February block. No, tomorrow. It's the 31st. I'm done with my February block. Isn't that crazy? But I feel like, truly, it's going to be the borders that is going to take me forever.
Which stinks, because that's
it does stink. And I think tomorrow, or today, I'm going to work on these 2 borders. I'm going to wrap my other cream on the Swift behind us, which is Chelsea's. Look at the cuckoo clock. You guys, that's the I always love when podcasters do the pointing thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing it right now. That is the cuckoo clock that goes off every Periscope I do. There it is. From Germany. My Jacob brought it back with him. So I only have one other whip. So
I think you should show it, because I don't have any.
This is a whip.
Okay, that's true.
That is a whip.
That is true. Well, it's kind of a hoe.
Not really. It's not half. Well, maybe it is.
It should be a hoe.
Oh.
But unfortunately, Chelsea doesn't take gauges when she knits.
Neither do I. Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
I learned that from you. Thank you very much. So I talked about making a parachute. I showed you guys my whole stash, the colors that I was going to use, etc., etc. So I did it, and I made the front. But for some unknown reason, this is supposed to measure 18 inches from top to waist. It measures approximately 13. It's a bra.
It's all right. It's beautiful. Look at how gorgeous that is.
I love it.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be. So I'm basically going to take a page out of Stephen West's book and Stephen B's book, and I'm going to go with it. We're going to try blocking it, I think, after we're done filming, and just leave it there and see how much it'll grow. And then from there, this was Mom's idea, taking it and possibly just picking up these stitches and just knitting, maybe doing horizontal stripes,
You could do so much in there.
I just need to make sure that I have the technical ability to make informed decisions on what to do. Does that make any sense?
Yes, but I'm half thinking to finish the entire thing as the pattern says before you block it. And then adding to it. I just don't know why. I think that's because then you have the original piece, how it's supposed to be, and then you're going to make it grow. I just listened to the Knitmore girls did an interview with Stephen B. You've got to listen to it.
I do feel
You've got to. It's probably about a half hour. It's on their site. It's an audio podcast. And he said, like, don't spend time when you're knitting worrying about, is it going to fit? What did I do wrong?
That's exactly where I'm at
right
now.
You've got to listen to it because it will take it away. It will take it away. He kind of says, just do it. And when you need to add things, add things. Like, don't stress about your knitting. And it was, and I'm probably more uptight than you are when it comes to knitting. And it was so freeing for me.
This was on my bedside last night because I finished weaving in the ends last night, which let
she
me tell
even
you,
wove
it
in
was
the ends. I can't believe you wove in the ends.
I wove in all the. It's really ugly on the backside. You can kind of see where I wove them all in,
I'm
but they're not going to see that. No one's going to see that. They're going to see the front. And so I wove in all the ends last night. We got into bed, and I was looking at it. Folded it up.
She came upstairs this morning.
I was not amused.
I honestly, I just feel like you need to keep knitting on it, get it done, put it on your body, and then you've got to listen to him. You've got to, because then you could even do a drawing of this, the actual size on brown paper, then add to it and place it on there and knit. That's what he talks about. It's so cool. I'm getting really old because I'm like free to be. It's good.
That's the signal of
youth.
Yes,
I know. No, I feel like it's like, oh, who cares? Just do it. I feel like I hadn't even thought about that piece. Draw it out on brown paper. Draw the extension out and keep laying it on that paper as you're doing it.
So that I know how much I have to knit is what you're saying.
Okay. I love it. Listening to that interview, and it's really quick. It's probably most people would listen to it and go, yeah, he's a cool guy. I learned so much listening to it.
All right, well,
go listen to it.
We're going to tag team this project then, you guys. Hopefully, I'm going to cast on the back after we're done podcasting. And
just enjoy it. Just keep going. Like
I'm going to do that. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to take Steven's advice.
I think it's the Knitmore Girls. It's a section, Mama Knows Best. I think they have a section like that.
I like that.
So listen to
Mama Knows Best. Well, and that's the tagline on LegacyKnits.com. That's the tagline that I have up there.
Maybe that's where I've seen it. We need to, next podcast, make a note of this. We need to talk about the name Legacy Knits because I love the name.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We'll save that for next time.
Absolutely.
Help us remember. They can't send us messages like that, like on Periscope. Darn it. We'll make a note of it. Because it's very cool. I did not understand what the name meant.
You didn't?
Well, you told me. You and Allie, how Allie had talked about. We are being so, like, they're not going to be able to wait till next Sunday. They could care less. All right. You're going to hand me that lovely bag so I can show my next in progress.
If you guys have any questions about what yarns I used, let me know. There are too many here to list them up. I mean, I could do it, but
basically
I need to be
sock weight.
Sock weight. There's some fun little hand spun here that Mom let me use.
Let's talk about the peach. In case my swap partner Jackie were to watch this, I don't know.
She lent me part of the mini that you sent.
Yes. I kept looking at it going, you've got to put this in there. So it's been put to such good use. The rest are going in my blanket, but I felt beautiful. She needed this.
Jackie, is it hand spun? If you watch this, which maybe you don't, I don't know. But if you do, let me know because it's beautiful. It has a gorgeous, like you said, a gorgeous halo to it, which hopefully...
Which the texture in there, like it's really the only one with the halo. Oh, dear. Sorry. Oh, it's just Dad.
So, yeah, that's the... Jackie, thank you for letting me borrow.
So nice.
Some of that.
It was just too pretty and looked too wonderful with that I had to share it. I hope you're okay with that. I'm sure you are.
And there's still plenty left.
There is plenty left.
So you'll be able to put it in your sock.
Yes. Blanket,
yeah.
Yes.
So,
all right. I'm going to have you because I feel like I will knock the candle over. Okay. So one of my Periscope friends, our Periscope friends, because Connie is our friend.
Oh, damn it. Darn it.
What did you forget? Oh, well, we can show the little, yeah. Okay, so Connie lives in Chile. Look at this bag. Look at this bag. She made this for me.
It's gorgeous. I love her tags, too.
This is an old tag. This is not her new tag. She's got new ones because she wanted to get these sent out.
That's right.
I love this tag.
I like it because of the elephant.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I wanted a bag for my cozy memory blanket. You know what? It's a sweater bag. Mm-hmm. And because it's the year of personal knitting and I'm making a lot of sweaters, I need a sweater bag. Mm-hmm. Because, honestly, that bag that Auntie Alyssa gave us is perfect for my cozy memory. It's super durable. Like, I can throw it in the car and wipe it down.
If you drop it on the ground, you just...
Yes. So, a long time ago, Lara of the Fawn Knits and Kristen of Woolenvine were doing a knit-along for the Stonecutter sweater. I was all ready to go. I was like, I'm doing this. Well, I just couldn't. It was so much work. I didn't get to it. So now the exciting part is Laura, I meant to make this with her, although hers isn't the right yarn now. She is doing a Quince & Co. knit-along. So I am going to buckle down. I've committed to 2 knit-alongs for the beginning of the year. I want to do them all. Honestly.
So you're doing Laura's,
and then I'm doing Jenny, which I'll talk about, Lone Larch.
Okay.
I finally decided I'm going to do 2 because I was like being like a maniac. Like, I'll do the rainbow along and I'll do this one, and I want to do them all. But for this year, I have to keep reasonable goals so that I don't end up doing nothing.
They need to be attainable. If they're not attainable, it's just like you're throwing all...
So, you can't... This really... Why am I showing you ribbing?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's the Quince & Co. Lark.
Want me to put it up to them?
Yes. The Cumlian's Gull. I love it. It was, I know Laura's doing Brooklyn Tweed because I was hoping that we would be doing them together. How fun is that? I still want to do it with her. But she's using Brooklyn Tweed. And honestly, I had wanted to use Brooklyn Tweed, but the difference in price between Brooklyn Tweed and Quince & Co. is significant.
Which is kind of crazy because in my mind, I always thought Quince was one of the more...
Yes.
Quince or however you say it, was one of the pricier yarns. But after we spoke, you were saying it's really more mid-range.
Either I didn't buy enough. Wow, that would be bad. No, I'm sure I did. I figured it like 35 times. Then I would be in a panic. There's only one color. So anyways, I ended up with the Quince & Co. And she's doing a Quince & Co. along. Is that what you call it? I have so many pieces. I want to show the picture. Yes, okay. Oh, shoot. I bought 14. It doesn't give the price. It was so...
reasonable.
Shockingly reasonable.
And where did you order it from?
Quince & Co.
Their website.
Do I not have a picture? I'm the worst.
Of the Stonecutter?
No. It's by Michelle Wong. It's in, well, you know me, super cheap. So I didn't print it. Oh, it's all attached. Hold on. That is the Stonecutter. It is cable upon cable upon cable. If you watch Kristen of Woolenvine, she's worn hers. She has pictures of her in it at Vogue Knitting Live. I
haven't seen it yet.
Besides wanting to meet her, I love this bag. Mm-hmm. It's just like a red inside.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the size. Connie, I love it.
It's beautiful.
And it's Connie. Like, I think of Connie when I have this because she's from Chile and she loves bright colors. Yeah. She's so vibrant. I just
love it.
I love it. I believe she's going to have an Etsy company. Or does she already?
Ooh,
look it up. Look it up.
You'll have to tell us.
Yes.
Look it up. We'll talk to Connie.
And we'll get that info.
We'll give it to you next episode.
So then in that same order, you want to show them which one?
Yes.
Chelsea ordered a skein of her yarn because she's also dyeing yarn.
I think she just started. Dyeing.
I know she's been waiting for supplies.
So it's definitely one of her. So
look at
this guy right here.
Look at that. She sent that to me in a mini along with other minis, which I don't have here.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry.
Isn't it beautiful? It is so Connie. Connie is this fluorescent, crazy colors, which is me, very whimsical.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of me in my when I do pick up pencils and paints. This is me. Very whimsical. Can't help myself.
Yep.
Got it. Thanks. Don't want to burn down the place. Okay.
So yeah, so Connie sent me a skein of that. I bought a skein of it from her, and I forgot to bring it up. So I will bring up the skeined, unless we have another interruption, which we might. And if we do, I'll run down and grab it.
It's feeling pretty calm right now.
I know. Should
why did I say that? Let's show it next week, because I feel like we won't have a lot of acquisition. Well, I won't have a lot of acquisitions.
I might.
Do you have stuff coming?
No, but I could if I wanted to. Not really.
I'm trying, you guys. I am trying so hard. I went like on this crazy binge after Vogue Knitting Live.
You did, and I didn't.
No, nothing
So I'm
expensive. It was all the Patton's Croix, which I finished
Yeah,
using half of it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like superly expensive, but yet I have to be
Satisfying.
better because Rhinebeck is coming, and let's put it out there, Connecticut Sheep and Wool, which is right down the street from our house, literally 2 miles away.
Where and when
At
is
the
that?
TAC building in April. So we need to be saving for April. Yes. And we're hoping maybe some of you will be there. People come, not from, I always say if you live an hour to 2 hours away.
You really think it's worth it?
It's so hard to tell. I know
Maybe
Amelia has come.
So maybe I take it for granted because it's right down the street.
It's right
and
down
I don't
the
consider it
street.
to be that big of a festival.
It's decent. It's super small. But instead of having 3 of every kind for the vendor,
True.
they have 1.
True.
They have 1, like Jess Salou.
Jessie Lou, yeah.
Is the bag vendor there.
Well, she was last year.
Or was,
we'll see. Hopefully
right.
she's this year too. We love her bags.
Yeah, I would say I would be willing on a beautiful day. On a rainy day, nope. On a beautiful day in the spring, I would be willing to drive 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, because it's a largely outside.
It's outside
festival, which makes it really cool. That's true.
And I feel like more and more people are coming. Like there are more people that are further away that know of it, I think.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I mean,
didn't realize.
it's a tiny fiber festival, but a good tiny festival.
The Finey Festival.
It's a Finey
of Connecticut. Come join us.
We've been very under control today. We've had very few new words we've made up.
We're sorry for
None.
boring you.
I loved last week when you put a word that we made up on the screen, like this plus this equals this. I forgot what it was.
You wanted to tell a funny story, and you said a folly.
It was funny.
Anyway,
yeah,
we're reminiscing. So
should we show before finished objects something that came in the mail?
Do mail, because the only thing I have left to talk about is that, and then the things that I'm going to cast on after we're done podcast.
Me too.
So do
too.
Mail.
And finished objects, my January socks. Okay, so on my Periscope group, we did a Sue Santa. No, that's wrong.
That was your knit along.
That was our knit along, which is closing tomorrow. We did a mini sock swap, and we are going to do it again in July. And it was really successful, where we want to all make the Advent like clothesline of mini socks.
It's a garland.
Garland.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to have one put up here as soon as mine starts growing.
We're going to start decorating this space.
We're working on it. This was really quick. Really, that was a day's worth of work behind. Okay. So
chaos.
We had 15 participants, or 15, no, not 15, maybe 15 groupings.
15 pairs.
So 30 people, one or the other, really doesn't matter. You had to make 2 mini socks, which if you didn't have a sock pattern, I just provided one. It's like very vanilla-y, so people could email me and I would email it out to them, or they didn't all have to be exactly the same size. It was very loose. It was our first swap. It was super fun. I've never done a swap. Really exciting. So it was that, along with 2 or 3 mini skeins and a little something special. People went a little crazy with I tried to keep people, but so hard to follow rules.
The knitting community is so generous.
So generous. And
So
my
generous.
swap partner included, who was the lovely Jackie Flower something. Darn, I should know that. Flower something. Yes. So I got mine this week, and here are my 2 socks. Look at these, you guys. So picture behind me a clothesline with all of these on for every day of Advent and putting a little something special in each one.
Isn't that so cute?
It is not an original idea. Here I go again. People probably go, wow, it's not an original idea. I had seen it somewhere, and then I wanted to make it happen. So these are, ironically, there's so much funny about, we are so much alike, Jackie and I, because I have made these in the full size, and I want to say, I could be wrong, that this was one of the minis I sent her. And I'm so grateful because I would not have made this out of mine. It's just so cool. And then this loveliness, which, gosh, now I can't remember if she told me what it was. Oh, I'm so bad at this.
I really like that yarn.
It feels very hand-spun.
Jackie, are you a spinner?
I feel like she might be because she had a farm at one point. I need to know more.
Yeah, whatever
this
these
is where
yarns
the
are.
Personal bit of people I'm always so curious about. So she sent me these 2. She sent me these gorgeous skeins along with your peach.
The peach that I just showed in this.
Again, this is part of my Because I Love You wrap. So now I'm going to put it in my blanket because I had very little left. And you know I have 2 blankets going. Then this, so that is Madeline Tosh Twist. What is the name of it? Oh, see, she probably forgot it too. I can't remember. I call it Blueberry.
Blueberry.
This is a Leading Men Fiber Arts, which I've never used.
Really vibrant orange.
Is it? And again, I shared this on Periscope. Orange is one of those colors you either love it or hate it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So I love that she sent it to me. And this is, again, I believe from her farm, Rigora Goat and Merino. So I feel she spun it.
It looks, so again, look at you can kind of see the halo on it. It's got a really pretty halo. Hopefully you can see the
It's
halo
showing up it's showing up more like that Mad Tosh. It's more, it's a lighter.
Definitely.
Lighter, like really pretty soft gray purple.
Like a lavender.
Lavender.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Hopefully you guys can see the halo.
Gorgeous.
It really makes it pretty.
The halo's gorgeous. And then a little something special, delicious, like I'm sorry, they're gone. M&M's and something else. Oh, a chocolate bar.
Was that the? No,
that was Connie.
Yeah.
And then again, I'm feeling like she made this lovely drawstring,
which, if she did,
you should be selling.
Yeah.
Because this piece is so lovely. Look at me. It's probably, this piece. I'm the worst. This piece is so lovely.
It's original. I don't think, and I mean, I haven't seen many project bags, but I've never seen something with that construction. That
pop of gray picking up. Oh, it's beautiful. This is not a little something extra. I feel like there was something else too. Oh, the liner.
The liner matches with it. The pink and the gray.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah. I love it. So thank you, Jackie. It is lovely. And like I said, a little something special was the M&M's and chocolate bar. This is so much, and it all was in here. It was so exciting. So yeah.
Mail day is always a fun day.
Mail day is the best.
Yeah.
I'm hooked. The only thing, I am the worst mailer. You are too. We are both terrible
And
mailers.
actually, I'm doing a mini swap with Fiona. Fiona, if you're watching this, it's going out tomorrow. Mom was so great. She actually spun your minis for me.
I made your minis.
And I'm going to get you some treats today. So Fiona, I promise you, tomorrow.
I think the key to swaps, and this is what I said on my Periscope, is just be kind about it. Like, if you're going to be late, send a little note saying, I'm so sorry, I'm running a little behind. We all, I think.
Which I have to say, she's like a great swap partner, because I was behind. I mean, I was telling you, I was like, oh, I feel so bad. I need to send this out. And then really, like, I feel like we were on the same page, because I would go into work and I'd check my Ravelry and I'd see a message and I'd be like, oh God, she's going to tell me she sent it. And she'd always be like, I'm so sorry, I'm running behind. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. And that, you know what? And I don't know. It's like if you're later, I don't know. I just feel like it's such a gift. We all have
stuff going on.
Yeah, and it's a gift. Mm-hmm. That is just purely a gift. Mm-hmm. If it never showed up, it's okay. Like, whatever. So yeah, although I do know there are times when people put so much into it and then
You just need the communication needs to be there to have a successful swap.
yes.
I think that's the bottom
And
line.
understanding. Understanding. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm so glad I got I think we sent it at the same time. We kind of
That's
did the same
perfect.
thing. And then once I send it, I go, what is the big deal? Why couldn't I have done that like
Yeah.
3 days ago?
Yeah.
It's the post office. Because let me just talk about the girl at the post office for 1 minute.
Oh gosh, go for it. I don't think I've even heard about this yet.
She yawns in the middle of the interaction 3 times. Like, like I'm so tired. And then
Like intentionally?
oh yeah, like she's looking like, and I hate to be this way, but then she grabs a little snack,
As she's helping you?
turns around to get a little chip. I was like, I wanted to say like, hey, how did they ever hire you?
Oh my god.
And I want to say, oh, but she's lovely. She's really not. She's just like, yeah. So I thought, well, she might be having a rough day. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Had to go back the next day.
Same thing.
Exactly. Like I really now think of it as being funny. Like I mean, it's like whatever.
You have to laugh.
But it's funny because like really mid interaction yawns. Not once, not twice.
So that's a little bit of a deterring factor when it goes to like things like that.
So yeah, we do not have in our post office in this town. I'm sure there are some lovely people, but there are also some really super.
I'm sure
They're just grumpy. They're grumpy.
Well, and I'm sure the vast majority aren't. But in this case,
there was a man next to her that I thought, and I've been to him, and he's really nice. And I thought, why did I get her again? I want him. Okay, enough of that. It's kind of funny.
It is. So luckily for me, I end up going to the post office in the town where I work. And they're
go
right
there.
so.
You'll be better off. So yeah.
So
do you have any acquisitions?
I don't have any acquisition. Well, I do, but it's downstairs, and I'll show it next week.
Connie's,
yeah.
The only other thing I bought in my shopping frenzy, like where I couldn't stop, was this. I talked about it last week, but I forgot to bring it up. Cascade Heritage sock. Wave. It's called a Wave. These are I'm gonna cast them on this week, I hope, for Valentine's Day. I love this yarn.
I need a Valentine's Day sock. That's what I should be casting on.
You do. I haven't even worn last year's because I'm saving them one more year. I'm not a saver, but I am for that socks.
Yeah, and I think that's reasonable.
Because they're so pretty. I might wear them.
On Valentine's Day, you might have to.
I might. You know what? What am I saving them for? Yeah, I think Julie did this. Did Julie do this week? Or Jenny. Somebody did this. I love when people do this.
Gives you a good idea.
I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
And then what colorway is it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Checkers is the colorway. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can. No, I was going to put it on the screen.
I love it. I had to have
I'll
it.
just put it on the screen for you.
Honestly, I like anything with gray in a color plus gray. I don't think there's a color I don't like plus gray. Think about it.
Yeah. It's a neutral. It really goes with anything.
Picture lime green and gray.
Well, you have that right underneath your
blanket. Yeah. That's next. Okay.
Okay. So those are all the acquisitions and like mail and stuff.
Yes.
You can think. Okay. Cool. So, do you want to do finished objects? You have a lot of them.
Okay. Close your eyes. Everybody, close their eyes. Okay. Picture Mina.
I was hoping you were going to do this.
Open your eyes. January socks.
It's the Mina hold. I love it when she does that.
I say January. I don't know that I started them all in January, but I finished them all in January.
I think the vast majority you started in.
This was my Christmas cast on.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But I finished all the second socks. These were my brand new Patton's Croy. Love them. I'm not going to put them on sock blockers. Look at me. I'm so uncoordinated. Not Your Mother's Sock Monkey, the yarn enabler. Patton's Croy. Love. And then...
Why did I think those were your Christmas cast
on? My Sue's Santa socks.
Oh, okay.
For my knit along that closes tomorrow. Or is this? What is this yarn? Oh, strings, rocks and strings. Okay, I'm going to talk one thing about these. What I love about the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. Look at me. I'm in the worst. The fish lips kiss heel. Look at how they fold.
It is. It's a beautiful look.
Love that. So these are all my fish lips kiss heels. I love them. Mina, you got nothing on me. Well, you actually have like 31.
About 30. Yeah.
Wait, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
Okay, so you've got 25 on me, Mina. That's why I love you.
Next year, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Did you see on Instagram her movie, Pressure? To the song Pressure?
No.
Of her knitting with all her socks around her. Look it up. I laughed out loud. It was yesterday. Her husband encouraged her. And I think Marsha did one that I have not seen yet. It was, I couldn't stop watching it and I was laughing out loud.
Okay, I have to go. I'll watch it after this.
Okay, Mina. Sorry. And Marsha, you got nothing on me except 25 socks. It's okay.
No big deal.
Okay, I'm going to put them down.
Okay, go put them down.
I love them. I do this on Periscope. I hold up the sock and I cannot put it down. It's like, look
they're just
at
so
them.
pretty to look at.
Okay, say goodbye. So, my goal for February is 4. It's a short month. Oh, it's a leap year. I'm hoping, I don't know.
I think you could do it.
I did work a lot on those. Like, I didn't get as much other knitting done.
So you need to set your priorities.
I have to set my priorities.
My finished objects are my socks. I showed the first one last week.
Love them.
Finally finished them both. Oops. Forgot to
Yeah, you usually take care
I
of
know.
that right
I don't
away.
know why I didn't. So, here they are.
See, isn't it fun to look at the color difference?
Yeah.
Which, again, I would not notice until you said it.
And I'm not considering it a big deal at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, you can definitely see where this one's a little more vibrant than this one.
This one has more red.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just has a red hue.
Mm-hmm. So I did, let's see, it was Cyborg's Craft Room.
Love.
Impromptu Dance Party colorway. I did 2x2 ribbing up here for, I think I did 3-inch. I'm going with 3-inch, I think. Does that sound right?
I'd say 2.5.
2.5. I did 2.5 inch.
Maybe even 2. I have the magical power of knowing inches really well.
She does.
I do.
I did Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and then I did a rounded toe. Where did I get that rounded toe from? I think I got that from Sock Architecture by Laura Neal. Yeah, and they're just going to be slouchy socks. I'm going to take pictures of them and post them on Instagram.
They're super long.
That's what I wanted.
I like it. You had yarn left over. Show them.
I have a lot of yarn left
over.
And
I wound a mini skein off of that.
You did already?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm passing it on to Mom, and I'm hoping she'll make, like, I don't know, shorties or something. Do something with it.
Yeah, I might make mini skeins because it's such a
or
great
just do
yarn
mini skeins.
to share.
Yeah, absolutely. So tons left over. Cyborg Craft Room has super generous skeins, and like you said, these are really tall socks. They're
it's definitely a thinner fingering weight. Mm-hmm. It's like between lace and fingering.
It was lovely to work with, though. I really enjoyed. Excuse me. Really enjoyed working with it.
And I think I ordered that from Simply Socks.
Oh, it
Christmas
wasn't
time.
It wasn't an Etsy?
No, it was like the Simply Socks store, which, oh my gosh.
I didn't realize that.
If anyone lived near that store,
would you know where
I would
they're
be
at?
poverty stricken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to look that up because it should be on our map.
I can put it I'll put it in the down bar on the screen. You'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you've all heard of it. They have all the Arnie and Carlos. I think I've ordered that from there. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So should we talk about what we're going to cast on? You have a lot. I don't have a lot. I have one.
Yeah, I guess I kind of do have a lot, huh?
Yeah.
So today, after we're done with this, which hopefully we'll wrap it up a little bit.
We're doing good.
We're moving along. I am going to cast on, like I mentioned, the back of my parachute. I'm just going to keep going with it.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. I think we've solved it with the brown paper.
I hope so. You'll have to explain it a little more in depth for me.
And if you listen to it, you'll totally understand.
Okay, so I'll do that. So I'm going to cast on the back of my parachute. I'm also going to pass on. I'm going to cast on a worsted boxy, which is by Joji Locatelli.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking that was a Tin Can Knits?
Because originally I said I was going to be making the flax sweater with
that's
this.
A Tin Can Knits. That's why.
So that's probably why. And actually, do you want to know what? I thought the same thing until I looked it up this morning, and I was like, oh, that's
you can join my Joji along.
When is it over?
April.
Oh, maybe
Manageable.
I will.
Manageable.
So this is the Malabrigo. I think I showed this last week. Malabrigo. It's teal feather colorway. I'll put it right here so I don't have to type it in the thing. And it is Malabrigo Rios, which is their worsted. It's turquoise. It's looking a little bit darker than it actually is on the screen. But
it definitely is. It's looking like my sweater, and they both have more blue on the screen than they do in real life. It's definitely more green in there than blue. I like the color that's showing up.
Me too.
I like the color, period, but I like the color that's showing up.
So I'm casting that on. It's going to be an afternoon full of cast-ons.
Mm-hmm.
I decided this is my day to just pile on the needles because right now it feels so good.
You don't have a lot on.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't. So
I don't think I do either. Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know. But so I'm going to cast this on, and then the very last thing that I'm going to cast on, which I'm hesitant to say that I'm going to cast it on because I don't know that I will.
I know. I feel like you should concentrate on that sweater.
I agree. So I'm going to pass it. I'll show it to you when I decide to cast it on. But it's something else. Fun.
And I am going to cast on, I have to wait till tomorrow though, because it's Jenny from Lone Larch Designs is doing a Canadian, I'm probably going to say this wrong, sock knit along.
That's right.
Where you either have to use a sock yarn made in Canada or a designer from Canada. And I cannot believe that I didn't know that Tin Can Knits was from Canada.
I didn't either.
There's so much goodness that comes out of Canada, you guys.
I think we are kind of Canadian spirits.
Yeah, because I want to go up there and see everybody.
Think about not all of our favorite podcasters.
There's so many podcasters in Canada.
Truly, I feel like although Canada's huge, but if we were to go up to Canada,
on the West Coast, I think.
Oh, who cares?
I know. It's a much bigger trip.
I feel like we belong there with you guys.
Yeah, it's just such a fibery place. It feels like.
Anyway.
Okay, so I am going to cast on. This was a free pattern during their Advent or
their 12 days of giveaways or something like that.
It is the Seawall sock. I was going to use it for my Sue's Santa socks, and I didn't because I really wanted after Christmas just to mindlessly knit and just get it. Since I was hosting it, I thought I should complete this. And I did. I did it really quickly. But I am going to use my hedgehog fibers. This is exactly what I was going to use for that knit along. I cannot wait. I wish I could cast them on today.
Why don't you?
Because I think you have to cast on February 1st.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's for knit along. Do we know colorway? Probably not.
No.
That's okay. It's hedgehog.
No idea.
That's all you need to know. It's beautiful.
It was when I was in there 3 months, you got 2 skeins a month.
Oh, yeah, because you were part of the sock club. She was a part of the hedgehog.
I wish I could do that every 3 months. I really do. There was nothing that came that I didn't love and want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, and I'm not going to cast on. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I may work on the borders.
Your blanket?
For my blanket, or I may just pull out that stone cutter and get really engrossed in it. I'm also stitching, and I may pull out that stocking that I've got to finish, which if I get a lot of progress, we'll show next week.
Yeah, because I don't think we've shown it on this podcast.
No, I am a stitcher. I don't do it a lot because I'm so obsessed with knitting, but I think to my heart, really, stitching is the core of who I am. Which is hard to believe when you look at how much knitting I do.
That's your flame. Yeah.
I just love to stitch. I always have.
Yeah, it's like drawing with thread and needle.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I wanted to give an update on the infamous Justin sweater. It is 99.9% done. Mom is helping me with the underarms because we're having a little bit of an issue with it.
I think we forgot something. It's fine. It is going to be fine.
We're going to make it work. And our model isn't here. So next week, I promise you guys, I don't mean to make empty promises because I really was going to have Justin model it for you today. But one, he left for the gym, which I love him so much. He's my husband. I love him. But today is mine. I think I'm going to always designate Sundays to be my knitting focused day.
It's very fun.
So I was happy to have him go do something that he really liked to do and for us to be able to kind of focus on this. But next week, I 100% promise you he will be here modeling that sweater. It's actually right behind Mom right now, folded up. It's that blue right there, that little blue guy.
Perfect.
So that's the sweater update. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I feel like we're at that perfect spot of not too long.
I agree with you. Is Romo down here? Does Romo want to meet everybody? Do you
Romy,
guys want to meet him?
up.
You've heard him enough.
That'll
be a good sign off
here.
for us.
Want to come up?
Come on, Mom. Come on, monkey.
Oh boy, here he comes. Are you ready? He's beautiful.
Here he comes.
Mr. Homie.
All right.
Is he not the cutest thing you've ever seen?
Want to say hello to everybody? Look at what's over there.
Look at
Hey, monkey. Say hi, everybody.
Oh.
Say hi. He's going to start barking probably.
No, he's like, who is that handsome dog?
You see that handsome? Look at, say,
he poses for pictures.
He does. He's a camera dog.
He really is a camera dog.
Yeah.
And, okay, so you're seeing Romy with his Pendleton jacket because he needs it because he gets cold. Isabel, this is Isabel's paw.
His head.
His head.
We could never put her in our laps.
No. Oh, I wish.
I wish.
Oh.
We have puppy pictures of her. She looks like she was Romo's size, but picture much
as a baby. When we went to get her, this is what she looked. He's so cute.
Romy, you're a handsome boy.
He's so cute.
You're a handsome man.
Look at him.
My favorite part of Romo are his ears. I just recently made the executive decision that they used to be really long and floppy.
They're so cute.
The last time we went to the groomer, I said, "Can you trim them up?" And now he kind of looks like Yoda a little bit, which I'm really very attracted to.
The post office all over again.
He's young. He is so bored. You guys must be doing the same thing. We've been on for a long time. But we wanted to thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
I feel like once we got over that debacle at the beginning,
we just had to settle everyone down.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. So, I guess until next week.
Super Bowl Sunday next week.
Oh, God. Are you guys going to be able to tear yourselves away from the Super Bowl? I actually, do you want to know what? I don't know that I'm even going to be here. It might have to be another Monday night catastrophe.
Yeah, unless we do it early.
Unless we do it early. That's a very valid point.
Because we're not going to be here, actually. Well, we're leaving later. Yeah. I'm not a football person. I live in a house full of football people. I love football. She so, went to the dark side.
I did.
That was quite a few years ago you went to the dark side. You're probably more of a fan than the boys right now.
I probably am. So for anybody out there who likes football, I'm sorry, I know we're going on a tangent right now, but we already showed you all the knitting.
Yeah.
For anybody that is a football fan, I'm a Giants fan, so you hopefully can understand my pain this season.
And Justin is a
Patriots fan. Which Patriots fans right now believe that there is some kind of a rivalry between the two teams. In my mind, our rivals will always be the Cowboys.
It's a Stokes thing.
Yeah.
Although Ben, our youngest, is a Green Bay fan.
Yeah, which they're not in it anymore, but they did a good season.
It's strictly because same with we are a big Red Sox fan. I could care less, but you know what? I'm on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Red Sox fans. So Jacob and Benjamin, when they were little, they're very opposite. And Jacob declared to Benjamin that he could not be a Giants fan because it was his team. So Ben went right to the Packers, and then he said he could not be a Red. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, and he had to be a Yankees fan.
He had to be a Yankees fan.
Ben was bullied into being
other
the black
fans.
sheep.
He does love the Packers, though, because his best friend was a Packers fan, so that's why. Yeah. And now, you know what? They can share teams. They're all big boys now. It's kind of funny, though.
It is.
It wasn't allowed. I remember Jacob. I remember saying, really? You can't do that. He goes, oh, yeah, that's my team.
Ben listened to him. It's his own fault.
Yeah, it's his own fault, really.
So, Football Sunday. May or may not film. Hopefully we will. If we don't, it'll be Monday night.
Monday night.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Hope
you enjoy your week and the rest of your weekend. And
go knit something fun.
Go knit something fun. Needles up.
Needles up. I like it.
Needles up.
Needles up.
Mommy, are you going to say goodbye?
Mommy says,
say goodbye to my new friends.
He's
goodbye
the best.
To my new friends.
It's like, oh, Mom.
All right.
Goodbye,
guys.
Be good. Not really.